Guys, we are going to revise some important topic of modern history, especially for BPSC exam. BPSC exams. For BPSC, okay, and in a BPSC, modern India play a very important role. So we are going to discuss on some crux point that are very important for exam. Okay, and so let's we start. Our starting will be advent of the Europeans. Advent of Europeans mean that arrival of European. So here what we see that the first who came in India was Portuguese. Vasco da Gama, the first person who came India in 1498. 1498 means that it is came around 1500. At that time, the king was Jamhurian, Hindu ruler of Calicut, and they start their business. Daman, Salsette, Chaul, Bombay, and Hooghly and St. Thomas. In this part, they started their business. Alfonso de Albuquerque, the second governor of India, and first Francisco de Almeida arrived in 509, and he captured Goa in 1510. So what we see that Portuguese came in 1500 and they captured Goa in 1510. Sometime in exam, Francisco de Almeida, who was the first governor of Portuguese, Francisco de Almeida, and we have to understand. And next was Alfonso de Albuquerque. So how do we remember Alfonso? In here, Francisco, it is a very easy lead we can remember. And next is that Dutch. After Portuguese, Dutch East India Company was formed in 1602. Okay, and Dutch were defeated by English at Battle of Bedra in 1759. Here we should focus on Dutch. Dutch company was formed, established 1602. It is around 600. Okay, and Dutch were defeated by English at Battle of Bedra in 1759. 1759 means that it is around 1760. And as per the agreement, the Dutch gained the control over Indonesia, British over India, Sri Lanka and Malaya. So in a Bedra, after Battle of Bedra 1659, what happened that Dutch, there was agreement pact between Dutch and Britishers, and Britisher they take control India, Sri Lanka and Malaya, and Dutch they control over Indonesia. So colony of Dutch colony was Indonesia was colony of Dutch. The next is that They set up their first factory at Moslipatanam in 605. Moslipatanam, their other factory were at Palikat, Sinsura, Patna, also Balasore, Nagapatnam, Cochin, Surat, and but we have to remember to Patna, if you are for BPSC, Patna and Surat at Moslipatanam in 605, and after they established it, what it means that Dutch, they were settled in Bihar, West Bengal also. And the next is for English. British. East India Company was formed in 1599 under a chartered act, and Jahangir granted a foreman to Captain William Hawkins, permitting the English to erect a factory at Surat. In 1613, it is very easy, 16 then half 13, means that 16 and 13. 1613 was, at that time Jahangir was a king, and he gave permission to Captain William Hawkins for what? For trading. Okay, in 1613. So who gave permission for trading and to set up a factory at Surat? 1613. And the next, in 1635, Sir Thomas Roe succeeded in getting imperial firemen to trade and establish factory, all part of Mughal Empire by ruler Jahangir. Sir Thomas was the person in 1615. It is very easy to remember, 1650. After 2 years of Surat factory, Sir Thomas Roe was the person who got success to grant permission from Jahangir to trade all over the Mughal Empire. In 1690, a factory was established at Sultanati by Jab Carnock. Jab Carnock in 1619, yani around 700. In 1698, following the acquisition of Jamidari, 3 villages, Sultanati, Kalikata and Govindpur, the city of Calcutta was founded and Fort William was set up. So when Fort William was set up, in 1700. And so Calcutta city was formed by 3: Calicut, Govindpur and Sultanati. And acquisition of Jab Carnock. So who was founder of Calcutta city? Jab Carnock. In 1770, John Sherman obtained a farmland from Farrukhsire. He got a granted. John Sherman, who granted for trading large concession to the company. This format has been called Magna Carta of the company. So here John Corner, who took permission, large concession, he took large concession for trading Mughal Empire, and that is called Magna Carta of the company. Means that he took a permission from Farooq Seer that he can do trade anywhere, and they don't have to pay what duties or tax to Mughal Empire. Battle of Plassey 1757, and British they defeated Sujatawala and the Nawab of Bengal. So Battle of Plassey, you know very well, when happened? 1757. Okay. And next is Battle of Buxar 1764. Okay. After 7 years. After 7 years. Okay. And Captain Munro defeated joint force of Mir Qasim, Sujatawala and Shah Alam second Mughal Empire. So the Battle of Buxar, and after that Allahabad Sandhi, like that. But we are going to focus on important dates that are very important, mostly asked in exams. Okay. And next is Danish. The Danish East India Company came. It was formed in 1616. It is very easy. 1616. So we don't have to go through all this, but we have to know about French. The French was formed in 1664, and the first French factory was established at Surat by Francisco Cord in 1668 after 4 years. A factory at Muslimpatnam was set up in 1609. So what we see that what French, they came late after them, after British. The next is Governor of Bengal. Governor and Governor General of Bengal, Warren Hastings, 1774 to 85, at 9 years. So what he did? He bought dual government and by the Regulation Act 1773. You know very well that in 1773 a regulating act came, and through this act Dual Government Act, Governance of Dual, was abolished, and that the Act of 1781 was made clear demarcation between jurisdiction of the Governor and General in Council and Supreme Court at Calcutta. Means that in 1781 Supreme Court came in existence, and jurisdiction of Governor and Governor in General in Council, jurisdiction of the Governor and General in Council came in power in 1781. So it is very easy to remember 17 and here 80. Pitt's India Act. It came in 1784 after establishment of Supreme Court at Calcutta, and at this period Rohilla War in 1774, First Maratha War 1775 to 1782, Treaty of Salabhai with Marathas 1782, and Second Mysore War 1782 to 84, and foundation of Asiatic Society of Bengal in 1784 in Calcutta by Sir William Jones. So Asiatic Society was founded by 1784 in Calcutta by Sir William Jones. This is the most important. So these are the activity that was done by the Britisher, and we have to remember at the same time in 1784 and around this activity, Rohilla War 1774, First Maratha War 1775 to 1782, and Treaty of Salbai with Marathas, Second Mysore War 1781-80 to 84, foundation of Asiatic Society of Bengal in 1784 by Sir William Jones, and Charles Dickens in 1785 he translated Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so Charles Dickens in 1785 he translated Bhagavad Gita in English. So now this time just we are going to discuss, and now in a detail we discuss in other days or in other chapter. So here our main focus is for what? This. The next period is Lord Cornwallis. After 1786 to 1794, this is the period of Lord Cornwallis. At his regime, Third Mysore War 1790 to 92 happened, and Treaty of Sri Nagapatnam was 1792. At this time it also happened. Okay, and this treaty you know very well about Mysore, and who was the king of Mysore? Tipu Sultan and his father. So the introduction of permanent settlement in Bengal and Bihar 1793. So permanent settlement system. What is permanent settlement system? It is means that land and tax, revenue from land. So in this settlement, what happened? Sir John Shore. Actually, he is the person who recommended permanent settlement for Bengal and Bihar. Under this, what the Britisher do? They give land to some jamidar permanently, and they did auction. And they give land to jamidar, and jamidar have a duty to collect revenue from farmers, and this is called permanent settlement system. In this system, what happened that it is a total. If jamidar was not able to collect revenue from farmers, then they have to give up all those land, and that land transfer to other person. So that is called permanent settlement in Bengal and Bihar. Established this rule came in 1793. So you can remember this permanent system. Colonel Wallace. Wallace means waris. Waris यानी और ट्रांसफर ऑफ ओनरशिप ऑफ लैंड. And he was father of civil services. You can get he in his name Colonel C. C means civil. So he was the father of civil services in India and introduced judicial reform by separating revenue administration from judicial administration and established system of circles, thanas headed by daroga. So he introduced civil society, civil services in India and thanas and different posted, and he separated from judicial system from revenue to judiciary. He was the first. And translation of Abhigyan Shakuntalam, who did William Jones in 1789. After that, Sir John Shore, he came. He was the person who advised for settlement of permanent settlement. He was 1793 to 98 and he played an important role in the introduction of permanent settlement. Okay. Battle of Karda between Nizam and Maratha in 1795. The next is Lord Wellesley, 1798 to 1805, and he introduced introduction of subsidiary alliance 1798, and first with the Nizam of Hyderabad, followed by Mysore, Tanjore, Awadh, Peshawar, and Bhosle and Sindhia. These are the gharanas. They accepted the alliance, introduction of subsidiary alliance in 1798, and this was introduced by the Lord Wellesley. And Treaty of Basin 802, the second Maratha. Treaty of Basin. Okay, so his work was 2. Next was George Barlow, Balliol Mutiny 806, and next is Lord Minto. His time period was 5 years is enough. So concluded the Treaty of Amritsar with Maharaja Ranjit Singh 1809 and Chartered of Act 1813 was passed at his time. What happened? Treaty of Amritsar with Maharaja Ranjit Singh 1809 and Chartered Act of 1813 was passed. The next, Lord Hastings. Anglo-Nepal War. At his time, 1814 to 1816, and Treaty of Sugauli was happened. And third, Maratha War, 1817 to 1818, and dissolution of Maratha Confederacy and creation of Bombay Presidency. Third Maratha War, 1817-18 to 8, and creation of Bombay Presidency. Pindari War established. It was against, and after that Ratwari system was established by Thomas Munro in 1820. He was not so important. Governor General of India. Who was the first? Lord William Bentinck. Lord William Bentinck, he was the Governor General of India 1828 to 35. Chartered Act of 1833 was passed at his time, and he became first Governor General of India. So who was first Governor General of India? Bentinck. You can understand, before Bengal, okay. So William. So before him, everyone was what? Was Governor General of Bengal, but Lord William Bentinck, he became first Governor General of India, and before him Governor General of Bengal. He carried out social reform. He did so many social reform: Sati Pratha, elimination of thug, and he gave importance of higher education and female infanticides and children sacrifice. So Bentinck means, you can understand that he was the first Governor General and he did so many reform. And at his time, Raja Ram Mohan Rai was at his period. So, and next is Lord Metcalfe. He was the liberator of the press in India, 1835 to 36. So we have to remember who was the liberator of the press in India. Lord Metcalfe. Next is Lord Auckland, 1836 to 42, and he was the first at his time. First Afghan war was happened, and this was a bad for the Britishers. Then next is Lord Ellenborough, 1842 to 44, brought an end to the Afghan war and war with Gwalior, 1843. At his time. The next is Lord Hardinge, 1844 to 48. First Anglo-Sikh War was 1845 to 46. Treaty of Lahore, 1846, and gave preference to English educated person in employment. Lord Dalhousie, 1842-48 to 56. It is a very important period. Introduction of doctrine of lapse and annexation of Sutras, Jaipur and Sambalpur, Udaipur 1852, Jhansi 1853, Nagpur, Awadh. Maladministration means that doctrine of lapse means that those person on the name of maladministration they take over their kingdom and they take सतारा, जयपुर, संबलपुर, उदयपुर, Jhansi, Nagpur and Awadh. He laid down the first railway line. At his first railway line, Bombay to Thana, 1853. Telegraph between Calcutta and Agra. Postal reform, he did postal reform and stamp duty. And Widow Marriage Act 1856 he passed, he supported. The main Ishwarchand Vidyasagar. So Widow Remarriage Act was passed at his period 1856. So Ishwarchand Vidyasagar was at that time. And he started public work PWD department. He repaired Grand Trunk Road and harbour of Karachi, Bombay and Calcutta. He developed all these ports. Chartered Act 1853. Selection to civil services through competitive examination was passed and started engineering college at Roorkee and he made Simla the summer capital of India. The next is Viceroy of India. Lord Canning, 1856 to 62, the last Governor General and first Viceroy. He withdrew doctrine of lapse and revolt of 1857 happened. Mutiny take place at Indian Penal Code 1860 was passed. IPC was passed at his time. Passed the Act 1858 which ended the rule of East India Company. And the University of Calcutta, Bombay and Madras was established in 1857. So what we see that at his time revolt, 1857 revolt was very famous and Indian Penal Code was established, took place, and what University of Calcutta, Bombay and Madras was established.